Hey guys, it's Chris again, CaribbeanPot.com. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. Today we're going to be making coconut shrimp, one of the most tasty little appetizers out of the Caribbean, guys. Coconut shrimp. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, show me some love. Above, you're going to see subscribe. Click on that. I love you for doing this. Below, you're going to see the comment section. Hit me some comments and give me the thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. And this is the coconut shrimp, some juicy morsels of coconut goodness. I tell you guys, it's gonna be a great recipe to share with you guys. It's gonna be my pleasure to share it with you guys today. Coconut shrimp, let's get cooking. I hope you guys do subscribe to the channel. It helps me, and it also allows you to get the recipes as soon as they're posted. Coconut shrimp, guys. Now, one more thing before I go, I gotta tell you guys, in the description box below, you're going to see a link for a tasty mango dipping sauce for this. So not only am I going to share a wonderful recipe for coconut shrimp, we're going to have an excellent side dipping sauce for this as well. Let's quickly run through the ingredients for making the coconut shrimp. And what I've got here, I've got some coconut flakes, and this is about 1.25 cups of sweetened coconut flakes, 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I've got a couple eggs here. A lime, I'm going to use maybe about half of a lime. Originally, this sort of recipe asked for black pepper, or you can use cayenne pepper, but what I usually like to do, give it an island kick. I've got a habanero pepper here. If you got a Scotch bonnet pepper, feel free to use that. I'm just going to be using the flesh or the outside of that pepper, no seeds whatsoever, because we want more flavor than heat, and I'm going to use half of that pepper. Now remember, I said that's totally up to you. This is my way of doing things. You can use fresh ground black pepper. You're probably going to need about 1/4 teaspoon of that. We're going to need a half of a teaspoon of salt, and the star of the show we've got here, I've got some 1 pound of 1620 shrimp. In the next little clip, I'm going to show you guys how to prepare the shrimp for it. But this shrimp still has the shell on, but it's been deveined for me. Makes a lot less work for myself. And in the pot here, I've got about 2, maybe 3 cups of vegetable oil, which we're going to be using to fry up the coconut shrimp. Just going to quickly show you guys how to remove the sort of outside shell on the shrimp, and all we're going to do, we're going to peel it back all the way back until you get down to where the tail part is here. So what, as you can see, I've removed the sort of spiny sort of shell off the shrimp. It's already been deveined, and this is it. I'm going to leave the tail on there just for handling and for presentation purposes, but that's it, guys. You just want to go through there, do that, and then we're going to squeeze half that lime juice in here. Put some cool water in it, rinse it out and drain it, pat it dry on a paper towel. So I've gone ahead and I've taken out all the shell off the shrimp, and as I mentioned to you guys, I was going to leave the tail on there. I'm just going to show you guys one more step in the preparation of the shrimp, which is to butterfly it, to help it keep its shape when frying, as well as to give it a bigger surface for the coconut to adhere to it. So all you're going to do is where the shrimp, on the curve of the shrimp, where it was already deveined, I'm just going to take a paring knife here. I'm just going to cut away on there. Try not to go all the way through, because you really want to keep it intact. And that's it. That's all we're going to do. So we have one butterfly shrimp here, and we're just going to do the rest of it. It is a bit time consuming, but trust me on this one, guys. It will be worth it once you get a couple of these coconut shrimp in your mouth there. So here we go. We're going to butterfly the rest of these, and then we're going to go through the other steps. In this bowl here, I've got the 2 eggs, the half of the habanero pepper, as well as the salt. Remember, guys, I mentioned if you don't want to use a habanero pepper, you can use black pepper, white pepper, or even cayenne pepper. Maybe a good mix in here as well. So I've got the eggs, pepper, salt, and I'm just going to toss in the flour into there, and using my whisk, I'm just going to whisk that into a batter. With all the shrimp butterflied now, I'm just going to quickly show you how we're going to go about breading these. And I've also prepared the batter with the eggs. So the shrimp is all there. I've set up a little station. I've got my batter, a nice smooth batter. and to the left of that I've got a plate with all the coconut flakes sitting and ready. So all we're gonna do is take a shrimp, dip it nicely into the batter, holding it by the tail, move over to the shredded coconut and pat the shrimp in there. And then if you notice on the far side there, I have my chopping board lined with parchment paper, and I've gone ahead and already made 4 of them there to show you guys. But this is basically the step here, guys. I'm just going to quickly grab one and show you how it's done. So I'm just going to hold it open, the butterfly, dip it into the batter, allow the excess batter to run off. Then I have it here in the coconut, sprinkled with coconut. Give it a pat for it to stick, for the coconut flakes to stick. And there it is, guys, a battered shrimp with the coconut on it. Just set it aside and continue working. This way you can have them all prepared, because they're going to cook very fast in the oil once we get that going. So you want to have them all prepped. So we're all set up and ready to go now. I've got the vegetable oil heating here on a medium-high heat. To the left of that, I've got all the shrimp that's already been breaded and have the coconut on there. On top of that, there on the far side here, I've got some paper towels as well as the tongs all ready to go, because we're going to drain these after. And I just want to show you guys something. Watch past the steak that I have marinating there. But on the far side here, I've got the deep fryer, but I didn't opt to use a deep fryer today simply because with all the pieces of coconut that we have on here, I just don't want to mess up a whole, what would that be, maybe a gallon of oil, or how much oil that fits in that deep fryer. So this is why I'm using a little bit less oil in a pan here, which I can toss out. If you feel like using a deep fryer, feel free to do so. So what I'm going to do is bring this up to temperature now, and then I'm going to add the shrimp to the hot oil. If you guys notice, there's some coconut crumbs left back, some flakes left back that's cooking. And this is why I said try not to use a deep fryer, because it's just going to ruin all that oil in the deep fryer. But all we're doing, guys, and I've already done a batch, is putting them in gently into the hot oil. I'm doing maybe about 5 at a time here. I just don't want to crowd the pan. And we're just going to allow it to cook for about a minute on one side, and we're going to turn it over, cook it for another minute. The whole idea, and you're going to notice a couple things, guys. The whole idea here is to get it golden brown and crispy. Let those coconut flakes crisp up. You're going to take the moisture out of the coconut flakes so it'll crisp up. You will notice that it will curl with when it starts cooking. The more it cooks, the more it's going to curl in. If you want to prevent that from curling, all you got to do is get a toothpick or something like this, and all you're going to do is run it up the middle of it, and that will help once you put it into the deep fryer. Notice I put the skewer or a toothpick or something all the way through it. It'll help it keep its straight shape. So there we go, guys. The coconut shrimp is all done. If you're looking for a dipping sauce for this, look in the description of this video and you will see a link to a wonderful mango dipping sauce for this. Just want to show you guys a couple things. These are the ones that I didn't use the skewers on. Notice how they're all curled in? You can notice them all here. For presentation purposes, if you do use the skewer or the toothpick, as I use in my case here, you can notice they're a bit, you can actually hold them by the tail, dip them into the sauce. So it's for presentation purposes, they're a lot more appealing, I guess. But remember, guys, in my case here, I have the toothpick. So remember to warn your guests or make it visible so your guests are not chomping through these only to bounce onto a toothpick or skewer. So there we go, guys. Coconut shrimp live and direct from the islands. Remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, give your boy some love. Click on subscribe above. Leave me your comments below. And hey, give me the thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today for this lovely coconut shrimp. Now go ahead, make up a batch. It's very simple, and I'm sure you're going to love it. Coconut shrimp, guys.